sort of how you've been able to manage your anxiety and depression and PTSD. What are some tips you can give the listeners about how? I mean, I don't think these things ever go away, but in terms of how to really live with them, massage them, and help them, allow them to help you so that they don't hurt you.
I love that question. So the question is tips to handle anxiety, depression, PTSD. Wow. Well, I've got 20 something years experience with it, and
Okay.
it really does disrupt my life sometimes. I go through phases where sending an email seems too much, and I can't leave the house to go and have coffee with a friend because I'm just exhausted. So what I do is I try and practice self-care, and not because I'm enlightened, but because I have to.
Okay.
So I lay down for 20 minutes almost every day, and I listen to some kind of hypnosis tape, or I just meditate, I just breathe. That gives me a bit of a reset. I've learned to go into a trance. I couldn't do it initially, and I had to really, really practice. And now my body can sometimes go into such a deep trance that I've been lying on the ground in an airport at a gate, and 40 people have come and lined up a foot from me, and I wasn't even aware of it. And I come out of the meditation, I'm like, wow. Now, for someone with anxiety and who's so highly strung like me, that
Yeah.
was a big thing for me to learn.
Mm.
I practice exercise. I go for a walk or a jog almost every day. It's a survival mechanism. It's
Got
not
it.
necessarily I even want to do it. It's just I know that's one of the things that is a no-brainer when it comes to self-care. If you're having any kind of trouble with mental health or physical health, some kind of exercise, nutrition. I'm very grateful I discovered the Wild Fit program, and they
Wild
and
fit
they
program.
they
Okay.
brainwashed me. They actually brainwashed me. So now I don't eat chocolate. I don't
Hmm.
eat it. I don't eat processed sugar. I go and buy whole foods, fruits, vegetables,
Right.
meat,
Not the supermarket
proteins in the
necessarily, but Whole
supermarket,
Foods. Yeah.
and I prepare it myself. And they taught me how to make a green smoothie, and I prepare my smoothies for the week. It takes me like an hour and a half. I prepare them all. I freeze a few of them, and particularly with the coronavirus right now, there's
Yeah.
no way I'm going to stop my green smoothies every every day.
Yeah.
And I try and get some kind of social limbic connection because I think it's so important for people. I don't have a partner right now, so I got myself a puppy. And
Okay.
my puppy is at my feet right now. I got foot contact with my puppy, and once
Nice.
a week I try and go into town to a group where we're really present and honest, and we speak the truth, laser truth. And
Mm.
sometimes I get cuddles out of that group as well. So those are some of the, oh, and also therapy. I've done
Yeah.
loads of therapy to try and find my demons and deal with the scary things and the loss of my sister when I was 7. I got to
Yeah.
witness her being killed.
Wow.
And so I've done a lot of work on that. And then personal growth is such a godsend for me to practice discovering my own truth
Yeah.
and then sharing that truth with others has been wonderful. So I think and one of the things that's made such a huge difference is medication. I used to be against medication and think that it was wrong. I had to heal things naturally. Well, if you can, yes, heal things naturally before you go to
Yeah.
pharmaceuticals. But I just spent 8 months off my antidepressant because I wanted to try some other modalities like plant medicines,
Sure.
ayahuasca, and
Oh,
kambo. And I'm interested in microdosing psilocybin.
psilocybin, right? Yeah.
Yeah, ketamine is something that's just become recently become legal in a clinical setting. If you have a
Sure.
therapist and a doctor and whatever, there's so many things to explore. And I took 8 months off my antidepressant, and it kicked my ass.
Mm.
It was horrible. It was really
Wow.
hard for me, but I was like, no, I'm a spiritual warrior, and maybe these other things could give me this healing so I don't need to go back. Well, hey, I got some healings and I got a lot of insight, and I'm sure I grew a lot. But I tell you what, my life got 3 times, 4 times, 5 times better when I went back on the antidepressant. And I'm
Wow.
still exploring other things, and I still hold open hope that one day I can let go of the pharmaceuticals. But until then, I will use whatever I can to have my life be better.